Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Like I said, Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me, man. Listen, man, I got a real crazy topic I wanted to talk about, man, because yesterday I didn't really get a chance to go in depth into it. You know, yesterday Lonzo Ball played, I would say, one of his most disinterested, most disengaged, just not present for his basketball team yesterday. And it was truly disgusting to watch as a Lonzo Ball fan. And I was disgusted. And then I started to realize what truly was happening and what was going on behind the scenes that nobody's holding into account. You don't have a game like that where you just not there. Lonzo was not in Golden State last night, ladies and gentlemen. He just was not there. Shout out to Shamar. He says the whole team played horrible. Absolutely. And I'm telling you, it was a reason why. The reason why was, I'm telling you, the NBA has an open investigation that has reached advanced stages involving Lonzo Ball that could result in numerous penalties, okay? And I'm going to get into why it's disgusting that Lonzo Ball is getting targeted for such treachery by the NBA. But there's a lot of politics in the game, and I'm going to break everything down. I believe Lonzo Ball is being unfairly screwed over, and he's going to take the brunt and blame for this because there's a lot of factors. It's agents, it's all people involved. I'm telling you right now, Lonzo Ball's agent, Rich Paul, is in the midst of a battle with Ben Simmons in the Philadelphia 76ers in the NBA, where it's just reaching all hell right now. Rich Paul has pretty much done whatever he wanted to do. And mind you, I believe that the NBA is gonna use Lonzo Ball as an example in this shit. And it's very disgusting. I know Kyle Lowry is mixed up in this, but I'm telling you, this situation with Lonzo, I would not be surprised if the NBA tried to throw the kitchen sink at Lonzo's way. Okay, that's why Lonzo Ball came out yesterday just completely disinterested. Lonzo Ball has had games where he didn't score much points, right? But never to this magnitude. Never to this magnitude where he's just like I said, the man was not available for his roster yesterday. There's no explanation for what we witnessed yesterday. There's no cover up. All it is to state the facts. Okay, now let everybody hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. You already know what it is. It's Flight Sports TV. You know what's so disgusting in all of this situation with this tampering rules is not fair. You understand? It's imbalanced. Do you know, listen to me clearly, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook met at LeBron James' lovely mansion discussing before the deal, trade, free agency, everything took place. How the hell is LeBron James not in the middle of this with the Lakers and the Wizards? And do you see how they just been magically exempt from this? Now, that was on the record. You had LeBron James actively recruiting upcoming free agents and Carmelo Anthony and things of that nature. Carmelo Anthony went on All the Smoke podcast with Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, and stated LeBron James called him and told him, and pretty much acting as the acting GM for the Los Angeles Lakers to recruit Carmelo Anthony to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, this is what's going on under the NBA's roof. And nobody's holding LeBron accountable. There's numerous other situations. But I think right now the NBA is fed up with Rich Paul, and I think they're fed up with the whole LeBron James situation and how they just pretty much just get what they want with deals, contracts, destinations, everything. You understand? Rich Paul, he do a clean sweep out here. We got to pay homage to that, if nothing else. Okay, so this is why Lonzo Ball came out last game just completely disinterested, just completely. Like I said, there is no explanation. I'm not going to sit up here and try to come up with an elaborate excuse for you. I'm just going to tell you, when you got a situation where your contract can get voided, you understand, the team could lose tens of not millions, more than that. You understand, deals completely screwed over. Could you imagine if that situation took place where they voided Lonzo Ball's contract? These things could happen. These things could truly happen. Shout out Triple B Nation in the building. I'm just stating the facts, man. That's all I could do is state the facts. I just want to bring awareness to people why these things occurred yesterday. Why Lonzo came out there looked like, what the hell is he doing? I have never seen Lonzo play a game like that ever. Like I stated, I've seen him drop 7 points before, this and that. But the way he looked, just the brick after brick after brick, okay, I expect a better performance come time for the Clippers. I really want the NBA to rectify this situation, whether you're going to fine them, whatever the hell you're going to do. Can y'all please get this shit out the way? Because you cannot have this thing lingering over a guy like Lonzo where his mind is moving 100 miles a minute. You understand? This is not good. You understand? I want the NBA to rectify this situation immediately. Okay? Immediately. Rectify this so you can get Lonzo back on the right track, because the way he played the game previously against Dallas, just so free flowing, just free, looking like the chains as if it had been completely unleashed. To see him just look like just saddled, like the weight of the world was on his shoulders, just overthinking everything. That's what I seen last game from Lonzo Ball, and I don't want to see that shit again. So the NBA, please do that for us. You understand? But nonetheless, man, nobody feels sorry for you in the NBA. Next game you got the Clippers. Next game you got the Lakers. You got the Nuggets. You got the Blazers. So if Lonzo want to continue to let this dark cloud, overshadow his train of thought, these teams, they're liable to stomp a mud hole in them. You understand? I'm telling you, these teams are trying to snatch hearts. The Clippers, they having their own issues. They don't give a shit about what the hell Lonzo got going with the Bulls, this, that, and the third. The Lakers got their own issues. They facing teams right now that's trying to win, and they're not where they want to be. The Clippers are not where they want to be. The Lakers are not where they want to be. Portland is not where they want to be. So you facing a lot of hungry teams right now. And mind you, the Bulls have all these injuries, all these goddamn injuries Chicago is dealing with. So something must be rectified, and rectified quickly, because it's coming to that. It's seriously coming to that. But I want to let y'all know, man, that this investigation, it had a lot to do with a lot of everything. So let's get into this investigation that's coming. It says the NBA has conducted numerous interviews with team executives, players, agents, and has gathered electronic messages of front office executives of 4 teams: Chicago, New Orleans, Miami, and Toronto. Over the past 3 months, sources said, mind you, this shit been going on for 3 months. You understand? This shit wasn't no, they've been investigating this shit. Do you see the time and effort they doing to screw Lonzo Ball over? Do they put this time and effort into all of LeBron? LeBron James has had a whole team shipped off midway through the season and had a whole new roster to close out the second half of the season. You ain't going to tell me ain't no tampering rules were involved in that. You understand? So this is complete bullshit. How was the Anthony Davis situation? Before the deal even happened, you had Anthony Davis going to the Lakers. Now that thing was in the works before it even happened, that trade. That trade was manufactured before things even happened. It was stated that Anthony Davis met with LeBron James at his house. A lot goes on at LeBron James' house, y'all. You understand? He holds meetings over there and people forget it even happened. You understand? So he's over there meeting with AD. I'm pretty sure Rich Paul was present. and pretty much forced him to pull this shit that happened in New Orleans. AD was fine in New Orleans. And mind you, the year that AD pulled that trade, they started off the season 7-0. You understand? See, people forget that. Anthony Davis had the Pelicans playing well before the year he forced the trade. They went on a few games, slip up, and then that's when he went out and started talking and this, and the third. It seems to be Rich Paul's hand is in all of this. And I feel right now with my man Ben Simmons talking about mental health, because mind you, when he don't want to play for the Sixers, everybody know this. So they doing everything in the kitchen sink to get his ass away from Philly. So they pulling a mental health situation, right? So Philly knows BS. So they keep pushing the fire to Ben Simmons. You know, who's representing Ben Simmons? Rich Paul. Who's representing Lonzo Ball? Rich Paul. I think the NBA is about to make an example of Rich Paul and Clutch Sports, and they're going to use Lonzo Ball as the face of it all. And I'm here to stop this shit before it happened. I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if they tried to make an example of Mr. Lonzo, man. Seriously. I'm just telling you, all of this is hanging over a guy's head right before the game starts. Mind you, though, that news broke like an hour or two before tip-off. You understand? So I'm just trying to put all this into consideration, how you could have a guy come out just look so disinterested. You don't look that disinterested for no reason. That's what I'm gonna let the people know right now. So let's put everything into fucking perspective, seriously. So back to what I was saying. Like I said, this shit been going on for 3 months. This says the NBA instituted more stringent penalties in these cases in 2019, including raising the maximum fine for teams to $10 million and including possibility of suspending team executives, forfeiting draft picks, even voiding of contracts. Okay, it says the possibility of contracts being voided is least likely scenario if punishment is rendered. So I wouldn't think that they will void Lonzo's contract, but could they lose a couple of first-round picks? Could they lose? And mind you, Lonzo gonna have to deliver. Let's say the NBA make a ruling, right, and they issue these penalties. Lonzo got to step up because, okay, you got $85 million on the books. They done lost picks. They done executives losing money. You know, Lonzo gonna have to show something on the court to justify all of this happening. You understand? That's all I'm gonna say. They have to. He will have to justify this. It says Gray February says the Bulls were going to sign Lonzo regardless. They had been looking at Lonzo for the past 2 years. You're absolutely right. But I think teams like the New York Knicks, there was a few teams that just did not get in. I don't think got a legitimate look at Lonzo Ball. And I would have loved Lonzo in New York. You know, it seems to be the Chicago deal was in the works already. Because even if you analyze Lonzo's press conference that he's had since he signed, he has stated that, Chicago, they wanted me. This was the front runner all along for me. You know, he pretty much free agency. He was signing regardless. Like that was in the bag. SMG says Lonzo's playing ass. Yes, I would say the last game that just played, you could that's unjustifiable. But I'm just telling you how a guy's mental could be affected and why things like that could happen. You're not going to tell me that this wasn't a factor in this situation. Are you literally going to ask yourself seriously that this was not a factor? This had nothing to do with Lonzo Ball's performance last night. It did. Have you ever seen him look this disinterested, like this disengaged? There's times where he's missed shots. He just was off. You know, but he was just not. He was unavailable for the Chicago Bulls. He said, I disagree, Flight. That's fine. You disagree. Kyle Lowry has 5 triple-single games. Yeah, well, Kyle Lowry's not playing that well. It says every game YouTube channel creates more excuses. Lonzo has played this way. No, it ain't been no 4 years. He hasn't played this disinterested. Trust me. That look I seen in his eyes yesterday was nasty. Okay, it was bad. Yeah, it says these dudes waiting for Lonzo to play a bad game to show up. Yeah, that's what these guys are going to do. But, I mean, we got to understand that that's going to take place. See, today, like I said, I'm not going to hold the people all along. I'm not going to be on here for hours upon hours, okay? But what I'm here really to just bring awareness, is to wake up. I wanted y'all to hear this right now to get this a different angle from this situation. It says Lonzo doesn't drive enough. Yeah, I mean, of course, we would love to see Lonzo drive. But what I would like to tell the people is this. Lonzo Ball is not the worst player in basketball. Lonzo Ball has a bright future in the NBA, but I will tell you, yesterday was the worst game I've seen him play. I think I've seen him play ever. I've never seen Lonzo play like that. You know, he has to play better for the Clippers. I hope that he has a bold proclamation for his team to let them know, hey, listen, y'all, I'm gonna get y'all back for next game because you have to deliver for your team after you put on a performance like this. This is no explanation for this. This is nasty. This is disheartening that this took place. But like I said, it's all good for people to sit up here and go crazy. Listen, for fans of Lonzo Ball, if you're a Lonzo Ball fan, you got to know what comes with the territory. You got to understand that Lonzo, when he has a bad game, people are ready to go crazy. When he has a good game, people are ready to discredit what he just did. So it's just a catch-22 on both sides. You understand? It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Lonzo will never get a break. It is what it is. It says he don't drop. Warriors are the best squad, so I'm not mad. They lose, I'm mad. It was a blowout. It wasn't just Lonzo. Zach had 8 turnovers. DeMar was off all night. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't just Lonzo. But you know, when Lonzo have a bad game, they shine the flashlight on Lonzo. You know, but that, to be honest with you, the entire Bulls had a no-show, and they have to play better against the Clippers. I expect them to play better. But I think it started with Lonzo, with the way he was playing. I think that kind of trickled down because I think if Lonzo would have got hot or carried over his performance from the game previously, I think that it could have propelled the Chicago Bulls to new heights and they could have took that game. But seriously, this tampering violation, the NBA got to really figure out what the hell is tampering. What's that definition of tampering? And who gets penalized for this? Because it seemed like only the little guy, the smaller guys getting penalized. The mega superstars, where you know it's clearly tampering rules involved, that seems to be it seems to just get a blind eye, like, okay, it never happened. You know, last night Zoe looked like a different man. The team was trash last night, though. That's a fact. I'm trying to explain. He definitely did look different, and the team was garbage. See, people are going to make it seem like the Bulls were firing on all cylinders, and it was just Lonzo with the off night. Everybody had an off night yesterday, point blank. Dion Outer says last night Zola, pardon me. Yeah, Dion, he says never seen him so disengaged under the big lights outside. Sources had him distracted. That's a fact. You know, everyone tampers. Everyone does tamper, especially now with all this social media. None of this stuff was around back in the day. You know, so you telling me these guys ain't secretly DMing people? It's not tampering rules going on right now. People recruiting all this and that. It's gonna happen. Lonzo can't get a break. Dude has a good game. Haters say he didn't drive enough. Bad game. They say he should have drove and shoot too much. That's the story of Lonzo Ball. Whenever Lonzo Ball he's never going to get the credit. You know, even the game previously, it was just threes. It was just this. It was if the threes ain't hitting, listen, he'll never get a break. You know, it's tripped out. So they'll always find fault with Lonzo. But nonetheless, the only thing that I would have liked if they Lonzo playing a game like this, if they would have won. And anytime I see Lonzo play a game where his points is this low, they better have blitzed the other team. Because I don't want to see Lonzo with low scoring numbers and they don't win. That's what I don't want to see. I want to see Lonzo Ball score the basketball, okay, and help lead his team to victories. And not necessarily be a high scoring guy, but just do better than what you did last game. You know, shots were off. He looked like he just had his mind, he wasn't there. And all night I was expecting Lonzo to pick it up in that second half, but it just didn't come through for him. He did hit a shot. You know, I thought when he got that dunk in the first half, that was going to ignite him because sometimes you need that when you off, just a little layup, just something, go to the free throw line, you know, see the basketball go in, and then you're good. But this West Coast road trip could be problematic if they don't brace themselves now. It says, Triple B Nation says, yet Lonzo has the best three-point shooting percentage on the Bulls. Yeah, you could say that. Double check that for me. Somebody let me know. Everyone has off nights. Lowry has 0 points in the other night. That's why I'm saying, Flight, we got to bounce back gritty. That's another thing. Shout out Dion. That's what Lonzo do. This dude is the comeback king. You understand? Every time this shit happen, he comes back and deliver. Now, I think with the Clippers, he could go take them out. There's no Patrick Beverly there. You should go there and do your thing. Especially after a game like this. You got to get your team back for this. You got to deliver for your squad. Don't leave your team hanging like this, man. That's distasteful. That's hurtful. You understand? We got to be better than that. The Chicago Bulls are a better team. Lonzo's a better team. It says Bulls play Lakers on Monday. Do they play the Clippers tomorrow? So they got the Clippers and the Lakers in the back-to-back. I think they got the Clippers second. Let me double check the schedule. But this tampering violation, we should hear a ruling on that any day now. But I'm just praying that the NBA, whether the verdict is good, bad, or ugly, just get it out the way so Lonzo could get his shit together mentally so he could continue the onslaught that I believe he was on. But it seems to be that out of all the tampering that goes on in the NBA through the years, year after year after year, it seems to be Lonzo Ball's deal to the Chicago Bulls is the deal that they really want to enforce. That's the deal they pushing to enforce. Not the tampering violations of LeBron James just making his own roster, for year after year after year. It was no investigation held under there. Players, Rich Paul agents, it seemed like just going crazy. All Rich Paul clients, it seemed to just been going crazy. So I think the NBA is really pissed off right now. But I hope that they rectify this situation. This is Clippers Sunday, yeah, and then they got the goddamn Lakers Monday. So they got a tough state. This week is going to be very tough for the Chicago Bulls. They in the middle of the toughest part of their season right now. It won't get tougher than it is right now. So they have to do their thing, And I thought Lonzo was going to up his aggressiveness, knowing you had these elite guards that you would be facing. You go from Steph to Russell to who else? Dame. You facing some high caliber point guards. So I thought that's what Lonzo was doing that game previously in Chicago, that he was gearing up, getting himself prepared. But nonetheless, man, I wanted to bring this to your attention. Lonzo Ball definitely has to pick his game up. That's irrelevant. We know that. He got to pick it up. And I agree with that. I'm not going to sit up here and cover up too much, especially when it's so blatant. But when it's so blatant that there was some type of issues there, like something was truly happening. Whether you take it or you leave it, something was truly happening. Seriously. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all believe what I'm saying in terms of this tampering rule? Do you think that had anything to do with anything to how a guy could sit there and play like this? It says back-to-back wins is a must. Yeah, it's going to be tough for you to beat the Clippers and the Lakers back-to-back. But I believe LeBron is back now, isn't he? I think LeBron made his return last night and they lost. If I'm not mistaken, I think they lost to Minnesota. Who the hell did the Lakers lose to last night? Let me figure that out. Because I think the Lakers are seeming like they could be beaten. The Clippers, I don't know how that game is going to go because you don't know what version of the Clippers you're going to get. But good God, the Minnesota Timberwolves came in there and trounced the Lakers 107-83. Wow, that's disgusting. The Lakers got the Spurs tomorrow, and then they got us on Monday. So the Lakers, they might be able to get that win against the Spurs, roll into us hot, off a win. So let's see what happens. Alonzo back in LA in the Staples in the house that you were traded from. So you got to do his thing. It says Brian not back, y'all. Brian not back. I thought he was. Shout out Skyler. He said he's been playing like that for 5 years. No, he ain't been playing like this for 5 years. Y'all just trying to overdo things. Lonzo has had great years. I mean, last year was statistically and universally known as his best season of his career. But he just got to up it, continue to find his momentum. I liked the play style that he played yesterday. I liked the system, how things were ran with Chicago, with Lonzo being fed and Lonzo running and, switching shit, doing his thing. But all Lonzo had to do was put the basketball in the hole, and that would have been a masterpiece, a Picasso last night. He hasn't showed any consistent play for You're right about that. Lonzo is one of the most inconsistent guys in the league. We know that. But we do know that the potential and talent is there. So It's up to the Bulls to cultivate that in himself as well. It says we made him better so far, Pell. I'll tell you what, the best, it might seem like a horror story that he did go to New Orleans, but that's where he got his shot perfected because the Lakers weren't going to do it. I don't think the Lakers had the time, the energy, or the Lakers are not a development squad, a team that develops talent. They more want to get you when you fully developed. So I think that they didn't really appreciate Lonzo because he was going to need a little bit of development, including all of them. Brandon Ingram, Clarkson, all of these guys was going to need some development. But everybody just pissed them away, threw them to the curb too fast, and it's crazy. Unstoppable was good.
What's up, family? How you feeling?
Was good. What you think about this whole tampering situation? Yeah, I can hear you. What do you think about this situation I'm talking about? Because we did speak on it yesterday, but I don't think we really got a chance to really go in depth with it. How do you feel like this thing was a dark cloud hanging over Lonzo, and that this pretty much kind of led to what we witnessed last night? What you think, Unstoppable?
It could be. It could be, man. I mean, when we first talked about this a while ago, I had spoke about I don't think nothing gonna happen because they've been trying to get him since All-Star. I mean, since before the trade deadline last season, but I kind of changed my mind. For this to go on so long, I think they about to make an example out of Chicago, bro, and maybe well, what you call it, Miami Heat too. But like you said too early, thing with Rich Paul, I think they kind of don't like his ass either. So yeah, I think they about to hit their ass hard, fam. And it like I said, it could have did affect this game.
You right about that, Unstoppable, because they see what's going on with Ben Simmons, right? So you got
Right.
they pushing hard for Ben Simmons not to take that floor ever for Philly, ever.
Right.
Even if Philly gets you the best help, the best whatever, Philly is opening up everything to Ben Simmons and saying, just come back and play. You clearly see they using every trick. See, the NBA got some rule in it where you can't fight a situation with mental health. So they pulling mental health. It's like they can't. It's nothing Philly could do. Philly gonna make themselves look horrible if they continue to push him because now Ben Simmons and Rich Paul got a narrative to run. This is mental health now. Now it's real.
They could turn around and sue the 76 for that.
Right, yeah. Now this about to get ugly. And this is why they pushing this issue on Lonzo now. So it seems like the NBA is going to try to screw Ben Simmons. I mean, screw over Rich Paul at the same time. They're going to screw each other. That's what it's looking like.
Right. But man, you just got to bounce back, man, because it's well. I don't think the contracts would be void. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all might lose some picks, and I don't think it's going to matter because y'all are a winning team. Y'all not looking for draft picks right now.
Right. So I don't think that's gonna happen. I'll be very shocked. So like I said, the worst probably 10 million for picks, which that money not coming out your pocket. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't your draft pick. So you know what I'm saying? You just gotta move on from that, bro, and come out and perform. Because before, you was with a franchise that didn't believe in you and held you back. Like you gotta come on out here and do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Put all these haters to shame. He got to bounce back to Clippers, bro. He has to.
Right. You're right about that. You got to bounce back, man. He's going to bounce back. It's just, I'm not concerned about Lonzo Ball. I'm not tripping at all. I'm not overreacting. I haven't jumped off the ship. I know that these things are going to happen, but I doubt it'll ever get to the point where he looked this disinterested. But I will say this: Lonzo will drop 20 plus again. He's going to put up 30 this season, and he's going to have games where he has 6-7 points. We will be walking down this road a few times this season. Can I just let everybody know that's going to take place? So let's just move on. You understand? Seriously. Unstoppable. What did you see from the whole roster? Because you are a Bulls fan. Because it seemed like they just shining the flashlight on Lonzo, which Lonzo wasn't the best game for him. But the Bulls just didn't have the best night either. Could you agree with
No,
that?
no, they didn't, which was crazy because defensively, it looked like they was locked in the beginning, and then it just had a big ass change. Like everybody really played bad, especially DeMar. DeMar usually dropped damn near 30 points. You know, he just, he was doing terrible. I don't know, but hopefully, that was a big enough punch in the mouth for them to really change some stuff, especially with that damn ISO ball. It's like, bro, that shit. Once you play elite teams, brother, and they figure that shit out and they stop that, what y'all gonna do? What you gonna do? So hopefully they get in the film room trying to change stuff. So they look good. The whole damn squad look bad.
Right. They gotta definitely get their shit together, man. I expect to see more out of the Chicago Bulls, man. Yeah, I think they're too good of a roster. I think they're also adjusting to no Vooch, because I think even though Vooch has his own issues, I mean that's still potentially 20 plus points sitting on the bench or at home. So he could have helped.
And he helped spread the floor because he's a stretch big too. So
right.
Even though he's been playing like crap, but you still can't.
He got the defense must respect him because otherwise he'll kill him.
Right.
Yeah, Vooch reliable to go off, so they gotta respect him for that. They can't just play off Vooch.
Exactly. So
just got to get it together, man. I mean, I just hope that they get this shit together and they do their thing.
Yeah, me too, man. Like I said, it was a tough loss, but they got to get it together,
Facts. They got to definitely, especially in this West Coast road trip. Shout out Super Team VIP in the building. Bottom line, the majority of the team dropped the ball in this game. They will be fine. They are who they are, and this loss will not be their last either. Let's see how they bounce back is key. Facts.
Well, it's not gonna be their only loss. Everybody, some folks act like we damn near gonna go 82-0, but we gonna lose some games,
Right.
You just hate to see a loss like that. And those other two losses, I can accept the loss that we got from the Knicks. What I'm saying? Both teams, we fought back, going back hard, but the 76ers loss, unacceptable. And the loss we got from Golden State, man, that was bad,
Yeah, but unstoppable. I'm just wanted to hold the people up. I'm not gonna be here all night. I just wanted to talk about this tampering violation. But right now, I need everybody. I'm about to go head over to my boy Dave James. I see Dave running the live right now. So I'm about to go deal with him, see what he's talking about. But we will be pulling back up tonight. I just wanted to bring awareness to this situation, on this, and just expect some drops all given day from Flight Sports TV. I'm bringing awareness. But Unstoppable, you sound like you're moving and grooving. What you got going on for today?
Come on, man. I'm about to rise to this chiropractor right quick, man.
Well, I hope I wish you the best of luck, man. I need everybody to hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. It was just an early morning wake up. Y'all take it easy. It's Flight Sports.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Like I said, Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.